Good afternoon.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Aminat Ayeni. I'm the CEO of Aminat's Secret.
Okay, so tell us, how did you come about? So what's the idea behind Aminat Secrets?
Okay, Aminat's Secrets came about approximately 2 years ago out of curiosity. I was in a terrible relationship which was beyond repair, firstly. And about 2.5 years ago, I actually relocated to Nigeria. I studied psychology at university, and I always had a thing for counseling, especially with women. And I didn't know how to get into it, obviously being new in Nigeria, in Lagos. And then a friend of mine just told me about Kaya Mata, which basically means nothing as far as I'm concerned. I will refer my things as aphrodisiacs. So the Kaya Mata literally just means women things. Doesn't really mean anything major, right? So I started doing my research on Kaya Mata, which are aphrodisiacs. And then I bought it. And unfortunately, I didn't have anybody to use it on because I wasn't sexually active at the time. So I gave it to a friend of mine who used it, and she gave her friend, and a friend gave a friend. And then they started to disturb me, like, what's going on? What is this thing? It is the bomb. And I was like, what is it? And I was curious, but like I said, I didn't have anybody to try it on. So they started to bother me on a regular basis. So I decided to say, you know what? Let me find out more about this. I picked up my bag one day and carried my house help, and I just went to the north. I started doing research about it. I stayed there for like a week. I was in and out of the north, different parts of the north. And then I came back with a lot of products. I started to, give people different products to see how effective it was. And then women started calling me that, look, you've restored my marriage. I enjoy sex. My husband is more lovey-dovey. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, let me, get into it like properly. It wasn't so much the money aspect that got me going. It was the fact that women were happier. And then we started to have men call me, do you have anything to make me last longer? I want my woman to also enjoy me. It's not only the women, not only the men enjoying the women and everything. So that's how I got myself into this.
So 2 years. How would you describe the journey so far?
It has been amazing. And there's no business that doesn't have its challenges. But I thank God every day. You're putting smiles on people's faces, which is very, very, very important to me. And I can't really complain. It's challenging because, we have some women that their issues are beyond the aphrodisiacs, what I sell to them. Some of them have medical issues, which I cannot help them with. But it has its ups and downs, but I can't complain.
So all your products are made in Nigeria?
85% of them.
85% of them are made in Nigeria?
Yes.
So we live in a society where people love to have sex.
Sure.
But people don't like to talk about sex. They don't want the next person to actually feel like they're having sex. They don't like to talk about it or own up to it. How have you been able to deal with doing this kind of business?
Well, I was born and bred in UK, and sex is everything. We talk about sex 24/7. Do you understand? So when I came to Nigeria, it was a bit difficult because women are very, what is going on? Sex. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't know, I think I created a platform for them to be comfortable with them talking about it, especially when I have a client that comes to my office. I would do a video, obviously blur their face out. So I guess that gave them more confidence to obviously approach me and talk about the problem, because a lot of women are suffering in silence in Nigeria. Well, not only Nigeria, but all around, because I have clients everywhere in the world. So like I said, the platform, it's what Instagram, YouTube, Facebook is what helps women step out to me and,
Okay, so
approach
please
me.
introduce your product to us.
Okay, so this is, majority of the products here is part of the Supreme set.
Okay.
So what the Supreme set does is it makes, in a nutshell, all my products make sex more pleasurable.
But you have more.
We have things that will obviously lubricate a woman, make her enjoy sex. We have a vaginal tighteners. We have lubricants. If you obviously don't want to use the particular product that will make you wet. We have the attraction oil. We have sweeteners. So, like I said, we have the Supreme set, which has a bit of everything in it. So if you're a married woman and your sex life is literally dead, the Supreme set is what I would recommend to you.
And how much is the Supreme set?
The Supreme set is now 30,000.
Okay.
It has a bit of everything. Why did you frown?
Not the price. Did you say it's Supreme set or sex? What is it?
Supreme set.
Set.
Okay.
So a set of combination of different.
Yes, it has a combination of everything.
So
So,
what exactly does it?
okay, in your Supreme set, you have your sweeteners, your attraction oil, your lubricant, your tighteners, and what's the second one? Last one. Oh gosh, my brain went blank. You have your sweeteners, your attraction oil, your tightener, lubricant, and stimulants.
Can we go through each one? What does the attraction oil do?
Okay, the attraction oil is an oil like a perfume. What it does, it makes the atmosphere cozy. So if you have just had your shower and you put your perfume on you and you obviously want to get close to your guy, it kind of seduces him to you. It makes the atmosphere cozy and it makes him want to get down to business.
Okay.
And this one, yeah?
The sweetener. Okay, the sweetener makes sex pleasurable for you and your man. You find that you're more wet and you have, you're more stimulated. You want to get down. You're horny to have sex.
So you drink it or you...
Okay, so this is the sweetener. It has a mixture of almost 10 to 15 different herbs. So what you do is you mix a teaspoon of this inside milk or yogurt morning and night for 3 days, or if you want longer. So you feel that when you're about to get down to business, you feel horny. Obviously with the help of your guy obviously touching you. Yeah. And we also have your tightening your tightening soap, which this is amazing. This makes your pussy squeaky clean, literally squeaky clean, and it also rejuvenates your vagina. So we have your magic wand. So if you feel like you're loose down there, you just had a child, or you just want to make it firm, your wand is amazing. We have the Sweet Me Lips, which makes your lips taste good when you're kissing and also stimulates you. We have the wet drops that you insert in your vagina 3 hours before sex. You find that you're horny and then you're wet, which makes penetration more pleasurable for you and your man. We have your cleansing set, which has a small, traditional, whereby this is more modernized. You have your traditional soap in there, your oil. So when you've just finished your period and you have a foul odor down there, you clean it. You use this little oil, you put it up there and it makes your vagina really, really smell good.
So which would you say is your best-selling product?
Wow, I must say the Intoxic, the small but mighty Intoxic.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Okay, so the Intoxic is a sweetener. It is applied to the vagina 5 to 10 minutes before sex.
So every time you want to have sex with them?
Yeah, but I've had women who have contacted me and said that, they've only used it once and it's still working 3-4 days later. So everybody is different, So the Intoxic, you apply 5 to 10 minutes before sex and then you get down to business.
Okay, so let's talk about chicken.
Oh, the chicken session. All right. So the chicken session is prepared with a chicken.
Okay.
And it's made with potent herbs. And obviously you season it as usual. You will cook your normal chicken, but we cook it as a whole, and you mustn't break the bones. Yeah?
So if I break the bones,
It's not a big issue if you break the bones. What it is, it's like saying don't take an overdose of paracetamol. You don't know what's going to happen, but you just don't do that. Do you understand what I mean? When I went for training, that's what they said to me, that look, make sure your clients don't break the bones. But if they do, it's not an issue. But obviously, don't intentionally start breaking the chicken in front of me. Do you understand what I mean? If it's an accident, you're good to go. So a lady comes to the office. We prepare the chicken for her with the stock. She must finish the chicken and finish the stock, and then we dispose it. So what the chicken session does is it makes your pussy, oh God, how do I explain this? It makes your pussy feel extraordinary when having sex for the man. The pleasure is out of this world. So what it does is it makes your vagina very, very full. So like fuller.
Okay.
For example, I'm trying to look for a good example. Okay, you know when a woman ovulates,
Yes.
Okay.
you know her vagina is fuller and it's moist.
Yes.
Okay.
Or do you really know that?
Yeah, I do. Yes. I do.
So what it does is, it's like, okay, perfect example. You know when you get a new pillow,
Yeah.
you know how fluffy it is?
Yeah. Okay.
And you lay on it and it still like bounces back on the sides. That's how the vagina is for the guy when he's about to penetrate and have sex with the
And
woman.
some people have naturally fluffy vaginas.
I don't know that.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had, you understand, most of the clients that come to me, they are so amazed of the effects of the chicken session because it also makes a woman horny. And obviously both parties enjoy sex. Like the sex is amazing for them. And it makes a man want to have sex even more. So this is where, when people say that things are witchcraft, when your pussy is off the hook and it's on point, your pussy is clean, tight, fluffy, what else is wet, is juicy, please tell me why a guy would not want to literally die there. Do you understand what I mean? It's nothing to do with being fetish. Do you understand? It's just about you looking after your vagina and your lady bits. So there's no guy that will obviously sleep with a woman that has good pussy and just leave her. The pussy will be ringing on his mind like 2-4, like, where are you, baby? He will become more possessive. He'll be like, where are you? I want to see you. He would want to have sex with you more often. Do you understand? So it's not fetish.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with this?
Well, every business has its, downfalls, or you have people always criticizing you. I don't listen to them because if you sit down and think about it, like sit down and think, like literally, okay, if my pussy is tight, my pussy is wet, if it's juicy, please tell me like what guy wouldn't want to, because I've had situations that women, some females, some naughty girls, they've had multiple boyfriends and they've been using my products. And then maybe like 3 or 4 of them are on her neck. Like, baby, where are you? Where are you? And then the girl will call me and be like, Miss Amina, these guys are on my case. Like, is there a reverse to these things? Like, the last case I had was like 2 weeks ago. The girl was a runs girl. So one of her boyfriends actually wanted to become serious with her. But she still had like 4 other guys. Where are you? Where are you? I'm horny. I want to have sex. They were like showering her with gifts and everything. Do you understand? So, like I said, when your pussy is good and your character's on point, you're patient, you don't nag, everything else falls in place.
Okay, so tell us. The others, I found something on your page that was really interesting for me. The total steam.
Okay, the steaming session.
Okay.
Okay, so what that also does is cleanses your vagina from inside.
And you have that in your office.
Yes, and we also sell the seeds and the herbs. So, for example, you've just had your period and you have like residue, you just don't feel clean down there. You obviously sit down on the seat with the herbs for about 30 minutes. The steam goes inside of you, and then some ladies have like discharge or particles coming out of them, because it also works with fibroids. It, like, if you have cysts and all these kind of things inside of you that you're not aware of, it helps cleanse all of that also. So, but most importantly, I tell women to do it, to just cleanse their inside for, because you can't literally put your hand up there and clean anything.
Okay. And then there's another one called Adon.
Okay, the adodungo.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the traditional stuff. Do you understand? It is, we have the cream and we have the incision.
Okay.
So when I started my business, let me say I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I had a huge, like, some traditional babes, like older women, come to me that, do you have adodun? You have adodun? What's adodun? Like, what's going on? So I called like one or two older women that I know. Madam, what is adodun? They're like, oh, that one is very, very powerful. You don't do that for anyhow people, because it literally ties a guy down. But even at that, I was like, how can this tie a guy down? So they went into detail to me, like, centuries ago, like years ago, our great grandmothers and everything, obviously being in your husband's house is not easy. So you find women that have been married for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and you'll be thinking, like, in this day and age, women just get married for 6 months and it's over. So apparently the adodun is the main source of, their husbands always come back home. Because I found out that women don't get really bothered then, because they're like, I don't know, I can't speak Yoruba, but there's this saying that like whoever goes out to play will come back again. So that was the confidence they had back then, So that's what the adodun does. So what it does is it makes sex very, 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 very good, that even if he fucks around, he'll still come back. Do you understand?
And what is adodo in English?
I put that on Instagram. Someone said it's called sweet fuck. Am I right? Yes, sweet fuck. But it doesn't sound so...
It doesn't sound
sweet sex. Sweet, I don't know. But sweet...
Have you ever had a situation whereby, just thinking out loud, because I was thinking about this, the guy, maybe the side chick buys your product, chooses your product.
Are you joking? I think you'd be watching me.
And then...
Okay, so I had this situation right in my old office that I had the side chick in my office, but I wasn't there. So as the side chick was leaving, the wife was coming in. So I got a phone call in the evening, like, Amina, what are you doing? I thought you don't sell to to single women, blah, blah. I'm like, what's going on? Explain to me. She's like, well, I just saw my guy's side chick in my office. And I was like, oh, but what it is we try to restrict particular products for certain people. So we have for the strictly married women and we have for general, So she called me that her husband doesn't stay at home, like he's always fucking about. The side chick is obviously reigning at the moment. So I told her to come to the office, let me know what's up, let's talk at length. So we had to give her something stronger than what the side chick had given him. What the side chick had bought from the office.
So in that situation, do you stop selling for the side chick?
Like I said, I try to make my clients very comfortable with me. Do you understand? If you're not telling me your situation, then I can't help you. Do you understand? In this day and age that we are now, there's a lot of once girls.
So true.
Do you understand? And I have a business I'm running, do you understand? So one has to be diplomatic about it. And on the other hand, I need to make sure the wives are happy too. So that's why I said there's products strictly for married women. And if you just want sex to be good, then we just give you things to just make sex good. Do you understand? And we have things that will make the guy really attached to you. And after having a conversation, like I said, I studied psychology at university. After having a lengthy conversation, I will know that, okay, this girl has an agenda, or this girl really wants to make her marriage work. But then again, I can't get it right all the time. My prayer is every time I'm on my way to work, God just take control. If there's any girls that's trying to cause harm to someone's marriage, do you understand what I mean? I just have to be careful in that aspect, but I can't always get it right.
Okay, so have you ever had a situation whereby there's drama? Like a guy comes to the office and says, don't sell for my wife, or don't sell to my wife, or don't
No,
sell to
I had a situation that two friends came to the office, and then apparently the friend was fucking the husband of her friend. So she was persuading her friend not to purchase from me because she was already using the products for her husband. So that friend went back to go and tell the husband that your wife is doing juju on you. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Gave the husband the name, Aminat secrets and everything. The guy called me and I was like, he was really angry. What is this about? Blah, 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 blah. And I explained to him, like, bro, cool down now. We're only trying to make you enjoy her pussy good, like, you understand? And then he calmed down after he actually came to the office. I explained everything to him, and then he now...
What products do you have for men?
Okay, we have things to make guys last longer.
Okay.
And we have things to, what's that thing? Stamina. Well, it was the same kind of thing. With men, all you need them to do is just last longer.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you guys can do.
That's
the rest, 80% is them lasting longer. 20% is how they use their third leg.
Okay, so what's the least amount of your products?
I think 6,000.
Which one?
This tiny attraction oil. We have 2 sizes.
So tiny.
I know, right? It's a
How long does
tester.
that last?
It depends on you how often you want to wear it.
Okay, so this is just to make the man...
Yeah, so if, for
Want
example, if you go out and you want to smell good, you want attention, it's like wearing a really seductive perfume. Do you
Are
understand?
you wearing it right now? Sorry.
Maybe.
You should. So, yeah, I even wanted to ask you, so apart from this oil, what other products of yours do you use?
Do I use?
All of them.
I'm very disorganized, to be honest.
Okay.
So I think what I use regularly has got to be the attraction oil.
And apart from that?
Wouldn't that be telling? That's my little secret.
No,
No,
tell
but,
us, we want to know.
No, but I actually don't. I'm too busy. Like these kind of things, you need to be sitting at home. I'd rather just do one particular thing, and I won't be telling you guys what that is. But I eat this regularly because when you're about to have sex, you get stimulated, you get wet, and it also makes your lips taste good. And it's also like a candy.
How much is that?
This one is 4,000. You guys should try it. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
I had 2 types of this, but I realized that women that had kids,
You want one?
so it's not harmful to the kids. Like if your child happens to pick it up, you just find that your child is more hyperactive.
Gotcha.
Hyperactive.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the dildo and because we want demonstrations. Oh my god.
Okay, so this is obviously a dildo,
Okay.
and this is a vagina. Yeah. So this is gum body gel. Let me put that there so you can. Yeah. So what it is, the demonstration I'm about to do is how the dick will feel when it goes into the vagina. So this makes the vagina feel more cloudy and makes sex more pleasurable. So the guy will be like, his eyes will be rolling backwards when he's about to penetrate. So I'm gonna show you how it's done. So obviously if you're a lady and you want to use the gum body gel, you will apply a generous amount to your vagina. Obviously you use your finger and you put it in your vagina. Obviously you can't have oral sex with this. So can you see how gooey
Yes.
it is. So this is how it's gonna feel when your guy is about to penetrate inside of you. Which sex makes it, I don't know if this can fit inside. Okay, yeah. So could you guys see how it will penetrate inside the vagina? So could you see how it looks there? So this makes sex really, really good, which will make the guy obviously come back for more. Because no guy wants a dry pussy. Dry pussy is a known, it's so slippery that it can't even penetrate yet. I can't go in any way. All right, that looks really icky, but could you see how it looks when it's inside the vagina? So it makes sex really, really pleasurable for both parties. But you, like I said, you can't have oral sex with this. Could you see that?
Yes.
So
So that works as a lubricant. And
it is a sweetener,
okay.
you know. So yeah, it's amazing. Like after the Intoxic, this has got to be the bestseller. The two, like it's really, really, women are like, oh my god, what the hell was that? It doesn't compare, like my first client, like it doesn't compare to Intoxic, because this is more of just a sweetener around the vagina, but this is more of both parties enjoying it.
Okay.
So yeah, and it doesn't have a scent, whereby the Intoxic has a small scent, which can be annoying to those sensitive people that don't like, you know, funny smells, or they don't want their man to know that they're using anything.
Where are the bulk of your customers from? Where would you say? What state would you say patronize us?
Funny enough, the Northerners.
Oh really?
The Northerners, Abuja, Kano, they're the ones that patronize me the most. So yeah, now we're getting like Angola, Zimbabwe, Kenya. Oh, I didn't even know that they knew anything about me, but the North has got to be, you know, the most.
Is that strange for you though? Because
Yeah.
conservative.
Yeah, it's quite strange for me because I'm getting products from your place. So
And then you're coming back here to buy.
yeah. So
They obviously don't know. It's top secret.
no, they do know. I just feel what it is the business that I'm in. You can get fake. Do you understand? But I go there. I have like a small farm in the North where I grow my own stuff. So I can vouch that, you know, my things are 150% authentic. So, yeah.
So why do you see your business in 5 years?
Oh, wow. 5 years to have an outlet literally everywhere. Gosh, that's...
5 years is a long time.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But I would like to have an outlet in at least every state, like London, America, Zimbabwe, etc. As well as, you know, having a... Because I also have like a dating platform as well, whereby it's strictly for professional, like-minded, serious people looking for marriage. So the whole Aminat Secrets has a lot of branches.
That you want to explore.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. I can't wait to visit your outlets.
Oh yeah, well, anytime. My office is in Elf, so you're free
So
to
give
come.
us like, what's the top, maybe like off your head, at the top of your head, what is one secret apart from sex that you say will keep any man?
Patience. You need to be patient in your marriage, in your relationship, and it's not everything you see you must say. Patience has got to be the key.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
So yeah.